Oh, how's going, guys? Oh, not yet. 2 minutes? Is it here? Ah, here we go. Think I am live? How's going, guys? I heard a lot of bad news while I was preparing for this stream. Hello? So, two bad news I've heard as of now. First is that the time-stopping trickery thing that you can do when deploying operators is gone on on emulators. And the second thing is apparently they're changing the banner, and from the data mining, they figured out that Dusk banner is coming next. So our next banner is a limited banner. So it's something like Chapter 8 limited banner, CC, Mountain, another limited banner. So, looking great. Looking real great. It is a data mine, so take it with a grain of salt, but if it really is happening that way, I'm kind of screwed. So here is my dream today. Wait, what? Oh yeah, apparently like some data miners found out that Dusk banner is coming next. So the limited banner with Dusk and Saga is our next event. Apparently, I'm not 100% sure. It's just some data mining. Maybe they'll change it, but like it's not the first time they've done it, right? So I wouldn't be that surprised. So kind of makes sense. I don't necessarily disagree, because if you think about it, it's like 1.5 anniversary kind of a thing. So yeah, it makes sense for them to put it here a bit, but not that I like it, because they want people to spend that money, not give them enough time to save Originum. That's exactly how I feel. Also, the whole pausing time to put down operator thing is gone, which really hurts me personally. If you guys didn't know, I actually made a video on it quite a while ago. I was like, how do you do this trickery on emulators? And yeah, now it just doesn't work, which really sucks for me, because I really rely on that trick to do CC. Now it just doesn't work. So, either ways, due to the potential change in banner order, even though I have quite a lot of Orundum saved up and quite a lot of pool tickets saved up, here is my goal today, okay? So, before the stream started, there were some people leaving comments like, can't wait to see more suffering. He suffered a lot and he can't wait to see my pain. And then I know my past videos has left this like impression of me like being really unlucky, spending a lot of pulls, like really suffering getting pulls. It won't happen this time, okay? For those of you who doesn't know, I'm a mathematics student, and I know that it is time for me to be that lucky guy this time around. So, I have everything prepared. Pools, blah, 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 blah. I have all my pool counts readied up. This time, statistics is on my side, and I think we should get going. First 10 pool. Let's go. Give me a second. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. I can do this. Let's go. I'm not that worried in the first 10 pool, because I know it's not gonna happen, right? Like it's never gonna happen so easily. 10 pulls, 18 pity, fine. Pinecone. I've already got one of the new characters. So simple. two Pinecone. That's fast. 5-star. Actually, I should just skip, shouldn't I? 3 Pinecone. I'll take it. I'm just really nervous if you can't tell. Because I want to save as many as possible for the limited banner that is coming soon. 20 pulls. Do I hear anything? Oof. Oof. This hurts. Get in and get out of the banner. I would love to do so. 30 pulls. I hope your words help me. My luck doesn't seem to have changed. But no. Hey, if you guys think about it, 38 pity is still too early to say anything. And I have Kafka. That's both of the new, two of the new operators. If I can get Mountain within the first 50 pull, I'm happy. I'm really happy. Like, if I can get this will be awesome. No worries. 48 pity. Because if you guys really think about it, it's not that rare for me to go into pity and then just get the rate up, right? It's happened so many times. It will happen this time as well. It's 50-50, right? 50-50. There's no way I lose the 50-50. So simple. 6-star. Nothing can go wrong. Double 6-star. Nothing can go wrong at this point. There's no way to get double off banner. Like, it's literally impossible. Like, we all know how that is, right? How can anyone get double 6-star and get double off banner? This doesn't exist. Mountain. Here we go. Woo! You see? Now I don't even have to make this a video anymore. I don't have to be like, let's make a stream video. I mean, a pool video to regain those money I spent. Don't even need to do that. I can just pull and I get Mountain. Easy as that. And I got all the new characters. Kafka. There's another 6-star. Don't forget, guys. Maybe I get P2 in 50 pulls. Again. At least she's not max potential. At least she's not max potential. That's all I can say. Oh, well, now she is, by the way. Another max potential. Like, I'm still on the luckier side, okay? I'm still on the luckier side. I don't have that many max potentials, so I can still afford quite a few duplicate. I'm fine. I'm fine. Pinecone. So I deliberately haven't touched the event at all because I want to save as many of my sanity for trust grinding. Pinecone max potential straight away. Okay. By the way, did you guys remember my pity? Do you guys remember my pity? I kind of forgot my pity. Where is my... I think I'm at 2 pity-ish. Yeah, 2 6-stars in 50 pulls is super good. No regrets on that. Oh, I came so prepared for this, man. Like, I have... I got all the materials to M3 my mountain and all that crap. I've been, even though I said in my Shiju pool video, like, oh, you probably don't want to get mountain if you have both thorns and blaze. That's more, you know how my video is more like focused towards like, dare I say, free to play and like maybe even monthly card players mainly. Like if you're a whale, you probably wouldn't need my recommendation anyway. What's up? Everything went pretty well. 50 pulls and I got 2 6 stars. So yeah, pretty happy. Pretty happy. Things are looking real nice. Oh, by the way, skill 2, as I said, is the main skill that you want to be focusing on. Like I'm prepared to 90 mountain. I have everything prepared. The only thing I don't know is if I want to grind in this event as much. Like, do I want to use Originium to refill sanity? You're doing a 10 pull? Okay. Because I literally have over 300 of every single material that like you can grind in this event. So I'm not really sure if I should do any grinding whatsoever. It's kind of the only thing that I'm concerning about. E2. Perfect. Easy. Now all I need is level 90 and M3. I do need to farm the event to clear the shop. I think so, yes. Where's my mountain? Gotta start that M3 process ASAP. Wait, do you have... Does the thing drop in other places? No. So yeah, I kind of want to do... I will grind the event just for the shop. Because I do want to clear out the entire shop just to be safe, you know? Mountain needs too many alloys and gels. Yeah, I can see that. Because, well, these new operators all need a lot of gels and these kind of thing, alloys. And then the electrical part thing, whatever that's called, you need quite a lot of that as well. Like a lot of the newer operators needs these new materials. Kind of annoying. Because I'm really lacking in a lot of them. And you know the whole new the new material, like whatever this thing's called. What is it called? Crystalline component, crystalline. That thing doesn't really have an event to grind until like really further down. So kind of stuffed. And I should probably begin to clear the event. Yeah, Surtur will do the job mostly. Whew. Another level 90 operator. This is gonna be rough, not gonna lie, because I haven't been grinding as much, if you can tell. I've been saving a lot of my Originium Primes for future things instead of just grinding them out. Because I can't really whale as much anymore. Like, my spending is quite limited. Because of Umamusume and FGO. Yeah, that's that. Especially Umamusume. Umamusume took out a lot of my budget. So Arknights, I still love Arknights, don't get me wrong. It's just that, you know, sometimes I want those waifus. I want those racing horse girl waifus. And so I'm not really spending as much in Arknights anymore. I actually have a team ready to grind trust. Look at this. Ready to rock. Actually, I should probably get Kafka up a bit. Do I have any chips for her? Yeah, I can do it. I actually want Kafka to be E1 because I kind of like her skill. I kind of like her skill set, so I want to make her skill level 7. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the sleep is gonna aid me a bit if I'm going to do this. If I'm gonna do this event with this kind of, you know, trust grind team. And yes, I did finish my annihilation before the event starts. I don't remember too much about this. So let's YOLO. YOLO! I was really thinking of, you know, editing down my pool section and make it into an individual video. But, like, this pool is kind of short and I don't think it deserves its own thing. Boom, 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 boom. There. Silver Ash first pool, you're quitting life. Silver Ash ain't that bad. Right. I would say so. Let's put thorns here, because why not? My mountain kind of sucks, eh? Without M3. Need to like if you ever want to use mountain, you have to M3 him. By the way, like if you do end up getting mountain, 100% M3 or it's pointless. Cause the starting time, so the SP required goes from 8 to 5. And that makes the initial startup really that much faster. Also, the decreased defense, increased attack, and HP recovery per second are all really crucial if you want to use him. Like, you can see he's not doing that much damage. And that's exactly because he ain't that strong. I don't have defenders with me. No, I'm not feeling good. I want a defender. So yeah, in this event, I think throughout like the entire thing, so the normal stages plus the EX, you get about 990-ish of the shop token. So you'll want to grind a bit. The banner has Pinecone. You need her? Yes, you do. Top tier waifu material, man. Person has a blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, once they attack a bit more, they unlock their shackle and then they start attacking with higher attack or special ability. I know that. No need to tell. Already played through all this, even though I don't remember how to kill the boss for some reason. So prioritize that thing, yeah. I actually don't remember how I cleared this event. The only thing I remember is how the boss actually stuns your operator. So if you just put down Surtur, your Surtur might actually die. I mean, your Surtur would be stunned and the boss just walks through, not die. That's the only thing I remember. And free Arknight Prime. Got mounted at 12. Congratulations. I Surtur through the whole thing. Wow. Surtur is very useful. The thing about Surtur is that every time you deploy her, she does so much job, right? And so pretty much you are quite invincible when that, like, whenever you have Surtur. That's why I was like, go pull Surtur. Like, there's a reason I would so strongly suggest an operator, even though everyone knows how strong Surtur was anyway. Like, I remember my should you pull video, and then everyone's like, oh duh, of course you want to pull Surtur. Like, everyone knows how strong she is. I'm just making videos like, for those people who I assume don't know what is about to happen. That's it. Oh. If I recall, this is like something really nasty. But either ways, this should probably do the job. And yeah, I'm really glad I got so lucky, because I have 140 pulls left. And so that would be really awesome when the Dusk Banner eventually comes. Like, probably in a week or two. I mean, no. 2 or 3 weeks. Not a week or two. That's a bit too fast. It's just really disturbing how much they're rushing this thing. I really hope they didn't do it this way. It's a bit too much, not gonna lie. I just want to get my Robin ASAP. You did say the normal stages for MB is just easy walk. Oh, I think it is. Right? Actually, I'm not that sure anymore, because there is a new map in the future CC that actually uses this, uses some of the mechanics from this event. And that was kind of annoying. Paradox Simulation? What is that? I don't know all the names, man. There's so many mobile games coming out all the time. What's up, Steve? Locked out after the battle starts. Continue anyway? Sure thing. Is Paradox Simulation a limited event, or does it stay forever? Oh, that thing is forever, because that thing gives you original. I mean, that thing gives you a random, right? I think 200 each, and they'll just expand more and more operators eventually. So yeah, that thing is permanent, if I recall correctly. If I recall correctly. Slash. Let's bring Blaze out first. I want Blaze. I like Blaze. You love my stream, not you? Sure thing. I love my chat as well. Not in the gay way. Not that I'm against it or anything. It's just I'm not, you know. How should I do this? I think there's some like clear limits where you want to keep all of those devices alive or something. Which was that? I can't remember. Quite long ago, by the way, so forgive me if I don't remember everything. I don't like fencing. If you actually want to know, I'm not a sporty guy, so no fencing. And I don't understand any other meaning to that. Emote? Yes. There is no other meaning to that emote whatsoever. Actually, I haven't tried Kafka as much, so the enemy just can't be attacked. Okay. I want Robin though. Have you guys tried out Robin yet? I think I can have a lot of big brain play with Robin in this event, even without having my defenders. 8 EX1 EXA is what they require for those medals. Sure thing, thanks. So I can chill for now. I think after I complete this, I can go and grab Robin and actually start the true trust grind. And I think you guys see I have Pure Stream as my medic. That is because she's the only medic that is not max trust yet. How convenient. Having a good medic that ain't max trust. Let's put you here. Let's put Thorns here. And then let's put a medic around here. Yeah, that does the job. Are you in the stands? I think you are, right? No, you're not. Okay, put you in the stands. And let's put Ayafella here, just in case. Even with such limitations like doing trust grind, I'm still confident I can do this. They're very entertaining. I hope I'm entertaining. Easy stage, come on. We all know how this is, right? This is just like easy stage for us to clear so we can grab the new operator. Not expecting anything hard here. Like, I remember when I cleared this in CN, I had like the full team. I had like Extra, I had Hoshi, I had Saria. Like, it was a packed team. Now I'm not even a full squad. I'm only 11 out of 12. And I'm still confident this stage is going to be easy. And I don't even need to use this device. Robin. You know how to cosplay like a girl, you guarantee you get more views. Hey, like I always said, I will do a face reveal if people actually want it when I reach 100k subs. No 100k sub, no face reveal. One click collect is not yet a thing. How? Maybe Ayafella cosplay? You mean the only skin that she has? Probably not. I need to get. I want to get Robin to max. To at least level 7. I mean, skill level 7. Robin is so good. Like her trap being just immediately deploy and just binds people, or is it a knockback? Which one is it? Yeah, and pushes back, and then this one binds. They're both really good. If we're actually sleeping on Trapper so much. Which one should I do? Should I do bind or should I do push? I think I'll do bind here, just to slow down the pace a bit and make things a bit more interesting for myself. Like, if you guys have seen a lot of CN playthroughs like me, you'll see a lot of huge brain players who actually use this trap. Well, not this trap, but like her skill 2, to have a lot of interesting plays. It's so awesome. I wish someday I can do that, but I doubt my brain is big enough for that. EM3 the knockback. Nice. Oh, by the way, remember how I was talking about the escape to pause to drop down operators thing? Yeah, it's gone. Super sad, man. Super sad. I think this this stage, the left row is a bit harder. So I'm gonna focus on the left side a bit, I guess. So let's put Blaze here. Yep. Blaze should do mountain. Then I can put a... I think he'll be fine. Yeah, I think Thorns will be fine with the passive healing, with his own healing anyway, so that should be good. Robin can come out this way. The major gameplay so slow. I agree, man. You need to eat more pig brain to make... Pig brain, no thanks, man. No thanks. Like, I might be Chinese, but I can't eat pig brains. That's just not a thing. Did I activate the stance? No. I can still see the attack range, so no. I have to get into bullet time so much more than it's... Yeah, I agree. And it feels a bit more sluggish. Is that the right word? Can't tell. Nah. You're still fine. I can bind you, though. Pick intestine? I'm fine with that. I've actually watched a lot of it when I was working at my brother's restaurant. Like, that thing is nasty to clean, man. If you actually want to make it like really clean to eat, which they don't bother, sadly. So yeah, if you guys are not used to eating pig intestine, I would recommend not trying it because most likely they're not very thoroughly cleaned. Most likely, unless you go to like a really reputable restaurant. Yeah. Liver, I don't like the texture. Oh my god. I think people who are not from Asia is gonna be like, what the hell are these people talking about? They're eating these random stuff. But yeah, it's just a part of our, how should I say, Chinese food kind of a thing. Like, my parents love pork liver. To me, it's like this got this like, it's more of a mousse texture. Oh, that sounds disgusting, actually. But yeah, it is what it is. The biggest problem is not being able to put down operators on the first frame. Yeah. It actually hurts my... It actually hurts my... what am I trying to say? Hurts my DP control thing as well. Because you know how I've been using the whole strategy to cover up my lacking potential in terms lacking DP. I can't fix that anymore, which is very annoying. I think there's like a quick clear thing on this stage. I'm not going to bother with it. I want to do this safe. Let's put a medic down here as well. Chicken claw? That's pretty good. Personally, like liver and intestine personally, but brain, yeah. Can't cheese DP now? It does suck. 24-second speedrun? Yeah, I never got into the whole speedrun thing. I just didn't care as much, I guess. Let's retreat them. Free to place won't get enough sanity to clear the whole shop. No, they should be fine. Right? Wait. I actually don't know. How much do you actually need? Obviously, I have saved up the sanity pot from last week, so it's not really my problem. If they have monthly, oh yeah. I think I was fine though. I don't know. Pure regen won't be enough. That does suck. I think this stage drops rock, right? What does this stage actually drop? If you had pots from last week, yeah. I actually saved up the 100 pot from last week, so I should be fine. I don't know what to grind in this event though, because it's like this acton thing, sugar, and then the iron thingy, right? See, I have 325 sugar, I have 408 Oriron, and I have 403 acton. I don't know what to grind anymore. So awkward. 180 stone monthly, so you never had the problem. So unless you play too much Arknights, you burn out to take. Wow, god dang, man, you're crazy. I just don't whale anymore. It's the sad fact that I have other things to spend on. Not just other mobile games, okay? To be clear, it's not just other mobile games. That's EX. With at least 4 imprisonment devices remaining. Okay. I need 4 imprisonment devices remaining. This one's easy, right? I think this one has like a 3-man run. What I spent on, like, I just went to the dentist to put my crown back on because it fell off. And that's like 500 bucks gone. Like, dentists in Australia, man. So expensive. Well, I guess it's expensive in every country, but you know. Just saying. Maybe I can do this. I think if you had Mud Rock, there is a 2-man run on this. I don't recall though. But either ways, this is a really simple stage, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Who's got the higher defense? Okay, AFL does. Oh, I can perhaps try this. Bind. So the moment you come through, you bind, and Thorns will just kill you. How does that look? Oh, not good enough. Just not purchase the furniture parts? I don't think you need to purchase the furniture parts. I think that's a waste of any resource. Oh, AFL just died. RIP. Forgot to use her skill. Technically, did this as 1.5 because Mud Rock plus Mountain. I don't see how that's 1.5, but okay. Purple ticket for the furniture old event coming back? Yes. And that is one thing I regret not completing in my CN account because I didn't complete it. So I'll be missing out on quite a few of the purple tickets when this event eventually has a rerun. It's got to get a rerun. We all know that. But yeah, my CN account is going to miss out a bit. But that's that. I just couldn't afford to do it, sadly. What was this? I don't remember. But either ways, let's give it a try. You actually don't utilize his stance change a lot from what you see to. Wait, what? You mean mountain? How? If they don't use the stance change, why would they even use mountain skill 2? It's just pointless. He's not getting anything. Nah, that's impossible. No way anyone does that. Well, hello, Justin. Not nice to see you. Either ways, I'll just Serta you, because why not? I know you'll be son. By the way, mountain should probably come this here. And let's do that. GG's! GG's! What am I supposed to do? Lose? I don't know. You'll buy many PS5 games soon? Good. I wish I could get my hands on the PS5 actually. Sadly I couldn't. It is truly very sad. I do want a PS5 a lot. Was it so bad? Well, if Serta can solo it, even being stunned, yeah, kind of bad. But that's because I have the whole bagpipe thing to boost my DP game. Or not. Actually, no. That actually doesn't matter as much. So yeah, it's just bad. Bind that enemy to buy mountain a tiny bit of time, and we should be good. This bind is so good. Like, I love it. I should probably just put like 200 mines on the left side to buy my thorns a bit of time. Because this actually works really well with thorns. Or should I say any range operators. You can use this. Let's put you to sleep a bit. Excuse me? Just stay away a bit. And buy my mountain sometime. You need Calcid? Calcid is too broken. So is... Spoiler alert. Scotty. Red Scotty. Like, this whole thing is already a lot of spoiler, I guess. It's a bit too late. And we're done! How long did it took? How long did it even take? I started streaming 44 minutes ago. A bit of chatting, a bit of pulling, a bit of leveling. So it's like about 30 minutes to clear the entire thing while chatting. Yeah. I definitely feel awesome about this event now. And the entire way I was trust grinding. What is this? What is this? Is this actually a short event? It's not, eh? It's a... Yeah, it's a two-parter and ends in 2 weeks. So... Wait, when was Ian released? 15th? Let me see. 16th. So 16 plus... Oh my god. I see why Dusk... Yeah, it really is 1.5 anniversary where Dusk is coming, isn't it? Like if you calculate it, this event ends on the 6th, right? And then 1 week after that is the 13th. And that's exactly about 1.5 anniversary for EN. So it totally makes sense for them to put a limited banner there. I mean, quote unquote, makes sense. But if you think about it the other way, we'll get Saga and Dusk in CC Season 4, don't we? So actually, it won't make a change. And what am I talking about? It's not going to make any difference at all. Dusk, Saga, you still have to use the Bybik. Spoiler alert, you still have to use the Bybik infinite stun strategy to do anything. Now I just have to think of which material to grind. Did I grind sugar? Let's grind some sugar. Let's see. All the sanity potions I kept, so I don't have to use Urgenite Prime. Optimized spending. Stall system versus Dusk / Saga. The whole stun thing will win 100%. And now we're up to chill grind. You think CN 2.5 anniversary will have limited? 100%. So CN loves to do limited operators, limited banners on like 1.5 anniversaries, and like I mean 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, like so on. So 100% they'll do one then. The thing is it going to be on like chapter 9? Because if they're gonna release chapter 9 on 2.5 anniversary, that means it's 1 year per chapter. Have you guys thought about that? Like 1 year per chapter is a bit worse than FGO, if you ask me. And FGO has a lot of text. They released 9 and 10? I doubt that. I don't know, man. I don't know. You haven't played Arknights probably in a long time. You have like 4.8 million Longman. Okay. I had 8 million in my CN account before the 2nd anniversary. And it immediately shrunk down to like 5 million after the event. Because I had to 90 my Scotty, I had to 90 my Calcit, and that was about it. But like, it was easy 3 million, just poof. So 4.8 million, not that much. It might feel like it's a lot, but in fact, it's nothing. The sad truth of Longman dollar. I've seen people with like 20 million Longman dollar for some reason. Gladia not leveled up yet. I have her E2'd actually. So yeah, I actually have quite a lot of E2s on my CN account now. Wait, did I E2 her? I think I did. 600k Redstone, that was E2 years. Well, Steve, you're a huge whale. You max potential everything. I'm not gonna be compared to you, okay? I'm just a little poor student. Well, not really a student anymore. A poor casual worker. I don't have stable income. You're earning like 100k or something per month. 100k Australian dollar. Not that different. You're rich, man. I'm poor. Especially now, I can't even recoup more income with my I wanted to put this pool video so I can get a bit more money, but seeing how short it is, it's actually very hard to do it now. Rip my plan. My plan of milking content. You do 1 million 3 years anniversary. Jesus Christ, man. Well, you guys know if Arknights banner is next after this? According to some data miners, next banner will be Dusk. The original plan in CN, we had Arknights, but this is EN, and apparently they have made some changes to the order. So that's that. Take it with a grain of salt because it is like data mining after all. We're not sure. She's super good with buffers? Yes. Like, in my Should You Pool Mountain video, right? I was actually saying how I disagree with Dreamy, where people should just pull Mountain and ignore Arknights. I disagree. I think Arknights is super important. While Mountain is unique, his role isn't as irreplaceable. So they're gonna jumble the banners again? Apparently, yeah. So I kind of knew that it is going to happen someday, one day or the other. I just didn't like it to be this kind of an event. Spectre could replace Mountain easily, not necessarily, right? But Spectre has her own thing. But it's just that I had in one of the future events, right? I actually ended up needing. I actually like felt having all 3 of the single target snipers really good. So I was using Exia, Arknights, and Ashe all at in the same run, and it felt awesome. Because you guys know how the whole single target sniper category is really strong, right? Well, strong, but we only have 1 right now. But like, you know how Blue Poison and Platinum, like they're all really good operators, and then we're gonna get 2 more 6-star variants of them. Like, having all of them is actually so good. It's a different experience. While Mountain, I think is you can work around not having Mountain a lot more easier. There goes your planning for saving randoms. Same. When you do Arknights map homework, you found you could just use Spectre rather than Mountain when you do not have Mountain before. Pretty. I just don't need Mountain. Like, I'm sorry for those people who actually uses Mountain quite a lot and relies on him a lot, and I'm not trying to offend them, but I just don't think Mountain is needed whatsoever. Like, even in CC Season 5, Week 1, there was this strategy that uses Mountain, but soon people just realized that there's a limit to how much he can clear, even in Week 1. He can't do Week 1 max risk. Not even Week 1 max risk. The thing is, as I explained, right? His brittleness. He's too brittle. A lot of people unfollowed. That's already happened. Like, I get it. People don't really people don't have to agree with each other. It's just my experience. You have 40k or 48k. How much is that? 80 pools plus 30, 110. I have 120 just in Orundum. But yeah, not good enough for a limited banner, K. Because limited banner, you're looking at maximum 300 pools. You remember? It's just so convenient and versatile for most. Yes. That's I understand how Mountain is very versatile because you're not facing like the high pressure wave all the time, right? Mountain is especially good for those situations where the enemies aren't that strong. But if the enemies aren't that strong in the first place, then why can't I just use Thorns and Blaze anyway? But he's brittle and not robust, has a real setup. Yeah, that's the thing. So if I have a robust setup in the first place that can cover everything, why would I especially go with someone that is a bit more brittle and less, how should I say, reliable? You know what I mean? So it's like Dusk, then Arcado, then Ash? Perhaps. Most perhaps. But we don't, yeah, like Steve said, they haven't really announced the collaboration. Maybe they will do the collaboration, maybe not. We don't know. So yeah, I know my take is very controversial. Like there was this guy commenting on in that video and they're like, oh, I'm 100% on Dreamy's side. You're such a disappointment. You don't know, blah, 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 blah. I'm unsubbing. You suck, blah, 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 blah. He just left. He just left this like message, like getting really pissed. Yes, true. Not everyone has the same opinion on operators. And I just said, it's my opinion. It's my personal experience, right? I just felt like in my experience, Mountain ain't that important. Girls Frontline in CN, you did Honkai too, but Ian server never have that collab event. Oh yeah. But this is with Ubisoft, right? And thinking how greedy Ubisoft is, I highly doubt that we won't get it. And Ash is a really important operator. So for them not to release Ash for us, I think that's a bit too harsh. Like people are already, some people are already mad we didn't get the KFC collab costume for Exia, right? So imagine not getting like an extra, like a new operator, like an extra operator. That would be really bad. Yes, I have her in CN. She is awesome. Like in normal situations, I will take Ash over Exia. In normal situations. But in most, like in harder situations, Exia makes more sense. KFC, you don't understand because yeah, the thing, like every country has like has its own company of KFC, and it's pretty much impossible to, you know, collab with every one of them around the world. So I understood that as well. So I never really expected KFC collaboration, and I know some guy, some content creator who made this video explaining why he quit Arknights, and he was complaining about not getting the KFC skin. And then he's like, oh, the Yosta loves China more and they get KFC collab and EN doesn't. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to name the name, but I think you guys know who I'm talking about. Hey, no hate. I'm just saying there is like real life problem when you're trying to do a collab for a global server, and that guy probably didn't see it coming. That guy probably didn't want to think about it, or he just wanted a like reason to complain. But that's that. People still whining about that. Yeah, like I said. But just saying, I think Rainbow Six Siege collab is a must, because I can't live without Ash anymore. Ash can carry you though, so that would be sad not having it. Exactly. Not having Ash would hurt. Like I said, remember that event I kept saying about how I used all 3 of the 6-star single target snipers? That event, Ash carried my ass hard. Have you seen Ghost Online 2 gameplay? Yes, it's so good. even though it's not like the final product, but I was so excited. I actually went in and I went on Bilibili and tried to get the closed beta access, and I didn't get in. So I was actually planning to stream Girls Frontline 2 closed beta if I could get it. But yeah, it seems like I didn't get the luck. I'll have to wait for there's this survey they took, and like they're announcing another bunch of closed beta like access on the 26th, and that's the only thing I'm betting on right now. If I don't get in, I just won't get access to Girls Online 2 closed beta. Can't live with that as some sort of marriage proposal. Something like that, yeah. Ash is just OP. Even in Rainbow Six Siege, she's OP already. And then now in Arknights, she's OP as well. I guess they just designed Ash to be OP in the first place. How about Bakery Girl made by them? Is it out yet? I know there's like several Girls Frontline projects in the work. I don't know. I'm not following all of them. There's like this roguelike thing. So it's pretty much like the RAK roguelike kind of a thing, right? It looked really similar, to be honest. So they probably got the idea similar from there. So there's this roguelike thing. There's a bakery thing. There's 2, which looks like XCOM. That's the only 3 I know. But yeah, I actually played Girls Frontline a tiny little bit. I just didn't like it as much. The gameplay, it was a bit dated for me, to be honest. But I really like the concept and I really like the art. So I can't wait for like the other projects they've announced. Just how like they made Passenger specifically as a bad operator. Passenger, here's a joke. Hey, what's wrong with liking waifu? You can call me horny or whatever you want, but wanting good waifu is like second nature. It is built into our soul, you know? When you see good waifu, you start to like, even though the gameplay might be unsubstantial, the better, like that's probably the best word I can say for some games like you know, FGO. FGO is not really about waifu actually. FGO is more about the story and the character building. But let's say Azure Lane, right? Azure Lane, something like that. We need to kill that soul, too evil. Demon controlled you. Hey, you never know. Maybe I am the devil. Yeah, not happening. No waifu. How can you enjoy a game? Unless it's really good. Speaking of like, I watched the whole entire E3 presentation and I see waifu game and I'm like, oh, awesome. And then I see the gameplay, it's like, this sucks. Like there's like a handful of waifu games in there and I just wasn't excited at all for some reason. Usually I'm all about the waifus, but I guess I still have some of that traditional gamer sense in me, and I just like compared to actual good games, right? Like the AAA titles, mobile waifu games are still a bit lacking. We've improved a lot if you think about it. I've been with the whole gacha game ever since pretty much the beginning. Pretty much since the beginning. Like I went through what was that game called by Square Enix? The Million Arthur? Have you guys played that? Like the initial Million Arthur. That game was hectic. I made it through all of that. Beyond was crazy with girls from girls. He is just horny AF. Like he is. Beyond is not like normal horny. He is like super crazy horny. I am just a normie compared to him, you know. You bet he'll play Girls Online. Everyone, like most people will, who's played Girls Online before. I think most people who's played Girls Online will be interested in Girls Online too. Is the stream latency really bad? I already have the stream latency to ultra low latency, and it feels like there's still a huge latency between me and the chat. Hello. He's beyond horny. Yup. But yeah, farming sugar, yes. The thing is, I have 300 sugar, 400 Akaton, or however you call that thing, and I have over 400 Oreron. So if I'm gonna grind, I'm probably gonna grind the thing I have the least. Because you're all about some of the waifu, but some of the too far is a bit understandable. Yeah, girls' ways when you place. Isn't sugar the most meh between Ekton and Orok? I have, like I said, I have way too many of them. I don't really care whatever I'm grinding. It's all the same. And I remember having over 500 sugar. I had over 500 of all of them. So if I've used most sugar in the time, I guess I should grind sugar. Any news on if it got into? Oh, we don't know yet. So there is 2 pools. The first pool is on 22nd, which is yesterday. I didn't get into that one, but there is another pool on the 26th. The first one is only like retweets kind of a thing. The retweet gave out 90 closed beta access. The survey, which is released, they're pulling on the 26th, that might have more players. So I'm really hoping on that right now. If I can get any sort of, you know, chance. Imagine Elite 3 operators and Mastery Skill 10. It better not happen. Clearing the whole event, brainless. Same. Like, did you not see my clear? I just look at the team. Look at the team I have. Wait, wrong one. Squads. Look at the team I have. Backpipe, Myrtle, Elysium, just to burst out that initial DP. Put down Thorns, put down Blaze, put down Mountain. Pretty much all set. And I just drop Pure Stream, because lol, Medic, Aya Fella just in case, Surtur kills everything, and Pinecone, Robin, Kafka are just like for lols. So I don't even need to think, and I can do pretty much a 9-man run. No Elysium skin? Do I not have it? Let me see. I think I do. I do. Oh, I haven't bought any skins yet. Oh my god, I almost forgot about the costumes. Yes! I've been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this for so long. This Saria costume I never got in CN. Finally. This weedy one I actually got in CN because I think it's really cute. So definitely grabbing this one. I just buy every single skin, to be honest, so it's not really that big of a deal for me. Elysium, sure. Why not? I guess if we ever want anything like, you know how like these events are kind of meh? The next event should be a little bit more harder. If we're actually getting the Dusk banner, like the limited banner. That event is actually requires a bit of brain. My Original Prime stock just went down like so much. Oh my god, it hurts. It actually hurts. I had like 140-ish. God, that's kind of painful. Like even I don't actually want to grind this though. I have 408 of it. Is in the next event Arknights? No. Just again, I'm repeating myself, but this is a stream, so it doesn't matter. According to some data miners, they have already found out that the next event is going to be Dusk Banner. So yeah, they're changing the order again. And it kind of makes sense because it's about the perfect time for 1.5 anniversary. It's fine, I have money. I don't, Steve. I actually don't. Like, even my YouTube channel, I'm making nothing. Look at me. I can't say no subs, but I have very little subs. And my views aren't that good because I don't post that much videos in the first place. Asserter just delete the boss. Like, didn't you see my Surtur delete the boss? Surtur's just brain dead, man. And that's why they put out, like, spoiler alert. Probably turn off your sound for like 10 seconds. Like, that's why they have the boss that, like, forces your operators to retreat. That boss, remember? Yeah, that's why things like that happen. They want to go anti-Surtur so bad. They make an entire mechanic just to get Surtur off the field. She's too OP. And I guess the best thing is that they never actually nerf operators. Am I going to pull the Rainbow? Of course! Of course I have to pull for the Rainbow Six. Okay. I think this is acceptable. Okay, I think a bit of spoiler is acceptable if I'm not talking about too much. But, like, you know how... base. If you get all 4 of the Rainbow Six Siege operators, you will never have to switch out any operator in Control Center. You know how, like, these fatigue crap? Not gonna happen ever again. And then Armia will be working here 24/7 for the rest of your gaming life with Arknights. That is how important getting all the Rainbow Six Siege operator is. Yeah. Like, they will literally... Like, having all 4 of them in the command center will allow the other operator to recover morale. Recover morale. Not decrease, recover. So it's pretty much an extra dorm. So if you put Armia in there, she will never lose morale and she'll just work there forever. It makes the whole rotating operators in dorm thing so much easier. It's pretty much a must pull banner for me. And not to say, like, Tachenki? I can't pronounce his name. That guy is pretty strong. Ash is just OP. He plays the boss. Nope. I actually didn't play that much. Slag. I mean, she's the one who started the whole thing. Tachenka? About that. Something like that. Like, he's pretty strong. Isn't he like Superman or niche? His burst. Okay, out of all the free 5-star operators, he's pretty good. Like, he's not like a free 5-star, he's more of a pooled 5-star. It's like a normal 5-star that you pull from a banner kind of level. So not really that niche, not really that meh. It's just that no one uses him because we got way stronger operators in the first place. But you can still use him. You know the stage with to flex on stream? Nah, I don't flex. Flexing ain't my thing. yeah, Rainbow Six Siege operators are truly broken. But I'm not gonna flex. I'm a nice guy. Is there any pity on limited banner? If so, is it carried over to the next banner? No. So every limited banner, every limited banner has its distinct pity, and it will not carry over to even the next limited banner. In return, all you will get is the material ticket. All you will get is this. So your pity in limited banner will be converted into this thing, and then you can buy materials, or you can gather up to 300 pity and exchange for the 6-star of your choice. So that is why I always assume the worst, and I always prepare up to 300 pulls if possible for every limited banner. Do you guys think that Rainbow Six are broken? If you like the only good ones are Ashe and Blitz. To be honest, just Ashe alone is broken. Everyone else, what I really care about is just the whole dorm thing, like the control center aspect of it. Nian, Rosmontis does corrupted Scotty so far, these 4. And yeah. W. Don't forget W, Steve. W, Nian, Rosmontis, Dusk, and then Scotty. Yes. And then there's obviously Ashe, but Ashe is more like a collab limited. So Ashe might never return. So that's that. So yeah. Even though Dusk is like the chance of getting Dusk in future is pretty low, but at least there's a chance, and then you can just do 300 pulls and just bring her out, like just exchange for her anyway. Whilst Ashe is just gone forever. That's how you max pot Ashe. I wish I had the money to max pot anyone, but I just don't. She's OP. She's overpowered. Like the whole AoE stun thing, it's pretty insane. The Dust is coming back. So here's how they stated in the system. Okay, so you know how when W is released, I'm just using W as an example. It works for every single operator. When W was released, right? 1 year after W is released, for every single limited banner related to the story. So it's not Chinese New Year. So there's 2 types. Okay, this is hard to explain. Allow me to explain. There is 2 types of limited banners. There are ones that are story related, so like chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8, or like side events, side stories. And then there are ones that are related to Chinese New Year, like Dusk and Nian. So let's say when W was released in 0.5th anniversary. On 1.5th anniversary, whatever that is going to be, like a year after that, story related limited banners will contain W. So 1 year after their release is the thing. 1 year after their release, they will appear in other limited banners, and they will be exchangeable with 300 pulls. So the most straightforward example I can give you is CN just had the 2nd anniversary banner, right? I did 300 pulls in that banner to get W. Even higher rate than normal 6 stars, but all limited will have lower rate than normal new 6. Yes, of course. But like, I'm not expecting to get them anyway, because, you know, luck is a factor. Like if you're really lucky, sure. But if you want a limited operator, in another banner, like in the future, you should better prepare for 300 pulls. That is my take. Because it's like aiming for a specific off banner. It's not going to happen. Most likely not going to happen. You're rich and lucky. Steve, not everyone is so blessed like you are. Okay? Not everyone is so blessed as you are. Me, I'm poor and I'm not lucky. Like, I know a lot of people think I'm a whale, blah, 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 blah. I'm not, okay? Look at me. I don't even have that many max potentials. Real whales out there, their max potential mountain in like 19 minutes when the banner is released, or like 20 minutes when the banner is released. Hello, Egan. Poor and not lucky has certain thorns. Hey, a bit of spending is not equal to a rich person, okay? And to be honest, poor is a relative thing. For as an Australian, my income makes me be categorized in the poor half of the population. What's the other potential option other than operators? Option other than operators? Potential option other than operators. What do you mean by that actually? I don't really understand. What's the other potential option other than operators? I might need a bit more explanation for that. That is why they did not what you will do. Wow. Real whales are so rich. Like Steve here. Steve here is a simp. Okay? He's not like your typical simp who donates to like female streamers. He donates to this fellow streamer, Arknights streamer called Beyond. By the way, quite a nice guy. But he haven't uploaded for a long time and he's back in Taiwan, so he's not really streaming as much anymore. But really nice guy. He simped so hard for Beyond. He's like donating. Wait, how much did you donate again? I can't remember. But like huge whale. He's like living in another universe, okay? We are the normal people here. Steve there is like another living being. 310, yeah. Like look at my YouTube. You know how much, like, how many times have I streamed on YouTube? Actually not a lot, eh? Let me check how many times I've streamed on YouTube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've streamed 8 times on YouTube. You know how much super chat I've got? 0. When you increase operator potential, there are 2 options. One is operator copy. What's the other option? Oh, so that's the thing where you can buy from the shop. I will actually go to, I'll show you in the shop real quick. But you can either get it from events. It's like a token thing for every single class. I'll show you real quick. But yeah, I would definitely recommend getting it as well. Like, I would recommend doing some grind for it. I'll show you what to grind for. Because it's definitely worth it. Because there's this limited operator coming next, and it requires just that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's gonna will probably most likely be 3rd week of July. Something like that is what I'm expecting as well. So 13th of July-ish is when I'm expecting it. Wait, let me see when's the actual time. 13th, 14th. Yeah, somewhere around there. Because that is when we have our 1.5th anniversary. So most likely it will happen then. which is not something I like to see. You know, I want to be a pretty much little dolphin from now on. I haven't bought the most expensive pack for a long time, if you can't tell. Like, all I buy is the monthly card and the monthly headhunt pack now. Haven't whaled for months, I would say. I don't really remember. I think ever since Uma Musume Pretty Derby released in Japan, I haven't whaled in Arknights. don't get mad at me. You want me to help you? Huh? I want you to help me with what? Good meal in Australia? I don't know what to eat in Australia. I live in Brisbane. We're not like downtown, but we're not like the biggest city. We don't have that much good stuff to eat, to be honest. So the whole 6-star potential thing, these stuff, royal tokens, these are really important. So you can buy them in the, what are these called? Shop vouchers. You can buy them with shop vouchers. 720 each. You'll need to buy all 4 of them. So so you see these? This one I got in the previous, like the CC that just ended, and I'm saving it for potential future operators. I can use it on Certa, but I'm just not doing it yet. This one I got with the shop voucher, cause wait. This one I got with shop voucher because in 2nd anniversary, there will be a limited operator that is a supporter, and she's really important. So I would definitely grind for this and potentially get this before 2nd anniversary. It will cost about 2,880 shop vouchers, and that is over 4,000 sanity, by the way. Buy packs in Arknights. Nah, I'm fine. You do not have sanity to grind that much for red tickets? No. Because I did the exact same thing in my Chinese free-to-play account. You know what I did? I never leveled anything. And you know how we get 5 shop vouchers per every day? I saved all of it from my Chinese account just to buy it. It's so dumb. Like, my Chinese account has so little E2s. I could afford this. Good morning. Just wanted to ask if Cathcart is worth it. Already got Mountain and Pinecone. Should you continue pooling? No. Like, okay, here's my question for you. When you say, is she worth it? Do you mean by, is she good? Or is she a must-have? Because personally, I have never used Kafka in my entire playthrough in my Chinese account. Up to this date. Not once. So I wouldn't say she is quote-unquote that worth it. But if you ask me if she is interesting to play with, then she's worth it. Must have gameplay wise? No. Definitely not. Definitely not. What I would recommend though is, you see Robin? Spend a bit of resource on Robin and at least make her skill level 7. So just like mine, E1 skill level 7. This is not much resource, right? I think most people can afford this. And have fun with her skill 1 and skill 2. She is very, very interesting. Like, definitely give her a try. You might think like the free 5 stars are not really that impressive. She's different. Give her a try. Trust me. Especially if you have someone like Thorns or like any range operators. You can pretty much do range operators only kind of a gameplay with Robin. Worth it. Worth your time. Worth your resources. Can I buy the last one actually? Steve, I ain't gay. Stop it, man. You should do that to Beyond. Poor Beyond. You think you finished level up all your 6 stars? Time for 4 and 5 stars? Yeah. That is fine, but like I don't have that much resources to do 4 and 5 stars, sadly. I want to try if my if my 8 is stable. Oh yeah, this is stable. Scene and Robin are well for 5 stars. You're 100% agree to level up. For sure. Robin is too unique to not level up, I would say. Robin is unique enough that you will have a lot more fun with her leveled up rather than not. And you see, that's the thing I like about Arknights. You can have fun with new types of operators. I don't get that in a lot of other games. Well, there's also many other games that can do something similar, like, you know, FGO. FGO is just so good to compare things, isn't it? I love how, like, you can... FGO has pretty much every angle of gacha games covered that you can compare to. You can compare everything to FGO at some point. They got me covered. I love FGO. If you can't tell. Recently just saw the FGO movie as well. The Camelot one. That one was good as well. Oh, it's just that the thing about having too many mobile games playing at once is the daily takes forever. Like yesterday, I was making the thumbnail for this exact stream at like 10 p.m. ish my time, right? And then I was thinking about this till like 11:20 ish. It took me a long time, even though it is such a bad thumbnail. It took me a lot of time, okay, to think about. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm really sleepy. I need to sleep. I was like, see you guys. I'm gonna sleep in my Discord. And then after I said that, I immediately realized I haven't done my Genshin daily. So I was like, no, that's rushes. I start up Genshin and it's like blah 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 blah. Use some stamina, do some daily quest. 9 minutes later, done. Then I could finally sleep. But nope. After I shut down my PC, I realized something. My Uma Musume Pretty Derby daily wasn't done yet, so I spent like another 20 minutes on that. So when I finally got to sleep, I said I was gonna sleep at 10. I finally fell asleep at like 12. So, yeah. It's like sometimes when you play so many mobile games, daily feels more like a job than an actual entertainment. And I don't know if that's good or bad. You ain't like, oh no, I have not done that. Dailies are important. You get gems, you get pools. Pools are a big reason for you to play gacha games, right? Because you want those waifus. With like, the more daily you miss, the more you'll lose out. It was necessary. for me to do all those dailies. Like, I know people don't really like me. Why not real wives? Yeah, because I don't have one and I can't really get one. Thanks for reminding that, Steve. Thanks. Yeah. That's that. Let's not talk about that, okay? You know. There's a reason I'm streaming Arknights here. Like, why cosplay any king characters? Steve, you're just hurting me more and more. It's so sad Robin is better than Frost. I would say so. Because I definitely wished Frost was a bit more interesting than than what she actually became. But I guess that they just wanted to use the same archetype, but they didn't really think about like what unique things to put with her. So yeah, she ended up being quite less interesting than I liked. Like where Blackstock is. Jesus Christ. What's up, Super? How's it going? Things are doing fine for me actually, and you can feel the real thing now. Steve, if it was that easy, be like, oh, I want a real wife and I can find one, it wouldn't have been this hard. No work for today? Actually, no. I'm actually working casually, so it's not if I want to work, it's if the store wants to give me work. And sadly, we had a outbreak of the virus in our city, so things are looking a tiny bit worse today, like this week or two. So I'm not really expecting work for this entire week. You know, only if I had a proper job, things would be a lot more better. But nope. I've been looking, man. I've been looking for a long time. Like I go around asking for jobs, throwing in like resumes. I actually work with the with a it's like a government thing, right? They help with job searching and I actually work with them, but yeah, they don't have anything good as well, so I'm just kind of stuck here. How I survive? Well, I look after my family's house because my parents and my brother ain't in here, but this is our house. I just look after it. So I do pay the bills, but I don't have to pay rent. How old am I? Late 20s. It's a bit complicated, but yeah, I did a lot of studying and I did it a lot later than everyone else. So when I graduated, it was already pandemic mode. And yeah, that pretty much screwed me up. I just been stuck after reading for 7 hours and then just started from in the middle. 40s. Wow. Right, Steve. But yeah. I can't say I wasted a lot of time. It was necessary. But I just, yeah, didn't have the best time, should I say. Lonely man. Let's donate. Well, we'll know how it is, Steve. You read the event story? So do I, but I've already read it in CN. So, you know, no need to read it again. Unless you guys want like real-time reading story. Is that what you guys want? I could read the story. Just saying though, I'm probably not the best storyteller. Only if I played the Japanese version. Maybe I can... I know Chinese. I do know Chinese, actually. Depending on how you look at it, I am Chinese. But in some people's eyes, I'm not Chinese. Does that make sense? So for China people, I'm Chinese. But for some other people, I'm not Chinese. It's a bit complicated. And I don't want to get into it because I don't like it. It was fun, but also some lines were confusing. Translation problems. And if you know about do not make politics, like that's why I just call myself Chinese, Steve. Because that's just the easiest thing to understand. Also, I speak Chinese. So doesn't that make me Chinese? I think it does. So I just put it that way. But you know, some people will get mad. They're like, no, you're not Chinese. Blah, 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 blah. I don't really care, to be honest. I just like things to be simple. I'm a lazy guy. We're still friends. Well, duh. Steve, if I ever cared, we wouldn't have been friends in the first place. You know? If I actually cared about it, I probably wouldn't even be in that Discord with everyone because, you know, Chinese people. Well, mainland China people. 3 a.m.? Where are you, Super? How do you usually catch my late night streams? 12 hours from now. You catch my streams at like 1 p.m. usually? Wow. Yeah, somewhere in Europe, I guess. More to the west side, I believe. Actually, that sounds kind of like... Wait. Europe is too big. I don't know. Time is complicated. Time zone is complicated. Time is even more complicated. But let's not get into the physics. Because I'm a nerd. And most people aren't. Seven hours though. Do you guys know what time it is in the US now? I actually don't know what time it is in the US. They were talk about Taiwan, Hong Kong, etc. I don't really care, man. In Western Europe, it's 4 a.m. Yeah, something about that. That feels about right. (9 p.m. East Coast. East Coast is the later one, right? So West Coast is probably a bit earlier than that. Interesting. (8 to 9 p.m.) something like that. Belgium. Wow. West Coast 6 p.m. Ooh. So actually this is quite a good time to be streaming, eh? Because I can actually get some US viewers. Good to expand viewer base, I guess. But don't expect me to be streaming anytime, like, don't expect me to be streaming at this kind of time on a regular basis. Because I had to wake up at 7 today. The interesting thing is, you know how I actually slept at like 12? I set my alarm to wake up at 7, and I woke up at like 6:57. Before the alarm even rang, I was like, whoo, awake. I was like, hey, Siri, what time is it? And it's like 6:57. I was like, my timing is godlike. I don't even need my alarms to wake me up when I actually want to do something. It's insane. You need to pee so bad? What? Go! Don't hold it back. It's bad for your bladder? Yeah, bladder. Kafka. It's really interesting how I've never really used any of these operators like Kafka and Robin, but I've seen so many videos I know how to use them. Oh, you mean waking up at 6:57 to pee? No, it's actually not that. It was just like I randomly wake up for no reason. It's like I knew it's time, so I just woke up. I don't have bladder problems to, you know, have to wake up to pee. Not really a problem for me. I just love how this boss is so simple. Don't you guys reckon? Like, Surtur, just put down and stab and you win. Dreamed of a girl and you wake up with tears. Sadly, that doesn't happen to me. I don't even have any of those romance stories to even think about a girl. Sadly. Or do you mean the other way? Not biological. This boss was interesting. The stun is very fun. You don't have Surtur? Let me tell you how to do it. You know why I have Eyjafjalla here? Because you can melt down the boss with Eyjafjalla. Also, if you bring like a if you have Suzuran or Saria skill 3, either would work. So you just put down Saria or Suzuran plus Eyjafjalla here, and you just burst down the boss and it's gone. The stun is kind of minuscule. Yeah, it's not that substantial. So this boss isn't really that hard. Like, there are some really nasty future bosses you guys haven't seen. Oh, the Dusk event is gonna be really fun, actually, if I think about it. The Dusk event, I think it's one of the EX stages. You actually need to use your brain, or else you might get stuffed. Use Saria, Shamir, Jay, Phantom. Oh my god. That's a lot of operators. Use Thorns and Mudrock. That works as well. Or you can just use, you know, you can use Blaze against the boss, because Blaze has resistance against stun. So the stun time is actually 0.5 times. So, no. It's half the stun time. Stun duration. So Blaze can easily hold the boss back. So, you know, Blaze, Thorns, done. And probably put a medic for Blaze. That's about it. Can I do 3 stars run? No, I can't. I suck. It did 50 pulls so far. Still no 6-star on Mountain Banner. Should you waste some gold certificates? Can you fully clear out the gold certificate? If you can, do it. If you can't, wait. And do single pulls, by the way. And his stats aren't that great, so Aya can just, yeah. Actually, can I do a 3-star run? No. If at least I'll need a 4-star. If I can use 4 stars, I can do it. You pulled on you got Pinecone. Well, getting a waifu is a very important thing, I would say. There is a Thorn and Surtur trust run from this stage on Oyuki's channel. I'm actually trust farming. Because, let me tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 operators are the only 5 operators that I haven't maxed max trust yet. Everyone else is 200. I do grind a lot, by the way. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to clear out the boss. You got Pinecone max potential before even realizing. I got max pot as well. But, you know, I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just not used to the whole AoE sniper architecture. Like, this kind of really short range sniper. I'm not used to it. So I don't really use them. Like, Executor. I don't use Executor at all. Guess you'll give her a try. Pinecone, it's like I said. Actually, how many of them do we have now? Executor I know of, right? Who else is there? Give me a sec, Steve. Give me a sec. Oh. Oh yeah. Aostar, I don't really use him as well. And so we only have 3 of them. I don't use any of them. And yes, I do play Switch. Actually, I've been thinking of buying Ring Fit Adventure for my Switch, just so I can exercise a bit. But I haven't done that because it's quite pricey. I'm still waiting for more income to buy it. It was fun doing this event with no Godcaster medics. I think you can... I think there's one way to do it with mainly supporters and specialists. I think specialists will do really well because if you really think about it, the defense aren't that good. So specialists will do really well in this event. Or I can place with some... That's why I was saying I want some 4 stars to clear this stage. Because just give me Ethan and... Wait, do I want Ethan? Maybe not Ethan. I want Gravel for sure. Ring Fit is surprisingly quite challenging on the normal setting. As I've heard, like, it's actual exercising. That's why I want it. Because it's fun and then it's actual exercising. I like to have fun most of the time. Because the biggest thing stopping me from actually exercising is that it's so boring. Do I watch anime? Of course I watch anime. Of course I watch anime. How do you think I got into the whole waifu thingy? I've been watching anime more than 2 decades ago. I was watching anime when I was like 3. Phantom? Yes, of course. Like, Phantom is OP. In most situations. If you didn't realize. You see a lot of trust grind. And they all involve Phantom. And there's a reason. It's strong. What's my favorite anime? No such thing. Because I have a favorite anime in different parts. Like, if you say what, like... You can ask me what anime affected me the most. And I would say it's Planet After Story. If you say the most hilarious, Like the one that made me laugh the most is probably Konosuba. There's just so many animes out there. It's hard to say, oh, that is my favorite. You can't wait to E2 Robin and Pinecone. I'm thinking of E2ing my Robin as well, just for the traps. You couldn't due to endlessly grinding though. You hate grind, so do I. Have I seen Nichijou? Yes. That is kind of my era. Lucky Star, Nichijou, wait, K-On, all that stuff. Shakugan no Shana even. That is when everything started. Grand Blue. Grand Blue Fantasy and Grand Blue is two different things, okay? Grand Blue was pretty good. It was quite hilarious as well. I laughed quite hard. Watching Castlevania, I watched the entire thing. It's pretty good. It's like one of the reasons I would actually subscribe to Netflix. It's pretty good. If for those people who haven't watched Castlevania on Netflix, I would recommend giving it a try. It's pretty good. Jojoshi, I don't know what you're talking about actually. I know JoJo. Seven Deadly Sins, I know definitely. I haven't played the game a bit. The mobile, you know, the mobile game that they released. I actually played that a bit. Record of Ragnarok? No. For some reason you enjoy grinding because it's like goal for me. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, that one's pretty good as well. Yeah, if you can't tell, I know Japanese as well, so I know pretty much everything as Japanese. Assassination Classroom was your first anime and still favorite of. Fair. It is very good. Like I would call Assassin Classroom like classic. It's a classic. Lots of animes though I've watched. Way too many animes I've watched. I don't really look into those like more minor ones though. I actually read the manga more on Assassination Classroom because that was just too good. Your first anime was One Piece? My first anime is something that none of you have heard of because even I don't remember the name of it. It was like this weird anime with two samurai, one red, one blue, and one was called Musashi and the other one was like Kojiro or something. It was like really old stuff. I was way too young, but I just remember the characters. Madoka Magica, of course. The new movie for Madoka is coming out as well, right? Can't wait for that. Inuyasha, definitely. Pokemon, of course. Hey, I am the initial Pokemon Yellow era, like generation guy. Yes, it is the same name as the Pokemon characters, but it's a different thing. Heard good reviews about To Your Eternity. I read the manga. Awesome. I don't know about the animation though, but it looks pretty good from the first episode, and that's all I watched. Sadly. Yu Yu Hakusho? 100%. Like, before Hunter x Hunter was a thing, I watched Yu Yu Hakusho. That's how... I'm just revealing my age even more, aren't I? Certainly looking forward to that as well. Utada Hikaru does the opening. I don't know about the names, but I think I've heard of that. But yeah, I've actually never really watched Inuyasha, I think. Hajime no Ippo I've never watched. I'm not into sports kind of anime, so I never really watched Hajime no Ippo. I know it's classic. Everyone loves it. I just haven't watched it. Sorry. No, not sorry. One Punch Man? What do you mean? Everyone's watched One Punch Man at this point. Who hasn't watched One Punch Man? Like, I'm actually up to date with the manga. Not the original manga. That original manga, I can't really... Actually, no. I got to really late of the original manga, and I switched to the quote-unquote remade manga, and I'm still up to date on that. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, probably your favorite. Mob Psycho 100. So I know a lot of people think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is their favorite anime. It's just a popular opinion, and I won't blame you for that. But even though it is like fairly good, it didn't affect me as much as Planet After. So maybe I can say Planet After Story is my favorite anime, actually. It literally changed my life. Goblin Slayer? Oh, Goblin Slayer is good. Great Pretender I watched. Oh my god, Chaos Child, that is hard. Release the Spice? I don't know if I've watched it. I'll probably have to know the Japanese name to know it. Like I said, I don't really watch anime in like translated versions. Katekyo Hitman Reborn, 100%. Fully caught up with the manga as it finished, even though I didn't really like the manga ending. I still finished it. Kind of regret it. I like the anime more. And I think the anime ended at a great spot because it only got worse. Jesus, guys. I've watched a lot more old anime than new animes. Ultraman, no. Probably as a kid? I don't know. Urutoraman wa... But Urutoraman is more of a tokusatsu, so it's more like SSSS, Gridman, and Dai... Wait, what was the newest one called? Daiga Zenon? Dainazekon? I can't remember the name. What's the newest one? SSSS D something. Let me check. I loved Gridman, so that was that was really good. And I've heard like the newer one is even better or something like that. Daina Zenon, yes. Yeah, that one's really... I haven't watched that one yet. Die Buster, no. Samurai X, no. How about those 90s anime like Genso Maden, Saiyuki? I've actually watched that. Saiyuki was like a children's favorite at that time. Well, in my like Chinese community. White Album. Who hasn't watched? Oh, actually, no, not really. A lot of people probably haven't watched White Album, but it's a classic. It's a classic. Isone no Masotan. Never heard of it, actually. Planet, Canon, Air, definitely the big three. I actually watched Canon first, and then Planet, and then Air. Monogatari series, without a question. So the favorite anime is probably Planet After Story, but the favorite series has to be Monogatari. Monogatari series is like the top. Nothing has ever beaten it yet. School days. Oh, school days. Grimoires of Zero? I don't know what that is. Is it Zero no Tsukaima or something like that? I don't know the translated names. I only know the Japanese names. GTO was classic back in the days. You guys are just keep throwing names. I know pretty much most of the classics, and I've watched like 98% of them. There's like 2% of them I've never watched. I'm old. Initial D, duh. ゼロから始まる魔法の Sure, of course. Isn't that the one with like with mountain in it? That's exactly the one with mountain in it, right? Is it? I can't remember the name. Wolf and Spice. I read the entire light novel. Super good. Yeah, that one with mountain. That one was really good. Dorohedoro? You mean Dorohedoro? I know it. I never watched it. Golden Boy? I'm not sure. Because it's probably a translation problem. Or I just haven't seen it yet. When you say Dora, it reminds me of Doraemon only. Doraemon was also childhood. Just like, wait, what is it called in English? Case closed? Or something like that? Meitante Conan. Also childhood. Even though I don't know why I would consider that my childhood. It's like murder every single day. It's like, how many people has that kid murdered by just walking around? Jesus Christ, man. He's like the living death. He is death. But yeah, Meitante Conan, Detective Conan, yeah, it's pretty good. Kirura Kiru, yes, of course. I watched, for anyone who's watched, what was that called? Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Kirura Kiru is like basic. Akagami? I don't know what you're talking about, actually. Akamega Kiru, I know. Akagami is probably another thing. Akamega Kiru, that I didn't really like the ending, sadly. Yeah, that's Akamega Kiru, man. Not Akagami. It's different. Akagami sounds like Red God to me. Mahoskai no Yome, of course. Oh! Mahoskai no Yome was one of those ones that was really like... kind of refreshed the whole... what was it? How would I call that genre? It's like fantasy anime. It was a really refreshing thing to watch. So winning on Ava 3.1, oh, that is way too far. Gotobun no Yome, I only read the manga, haven't watched the show yet. Berserk? Nope. I know it's classic, haven't watched it. Just like the manga. I know it's classic, never read it. There are some things I intentionally don't watch because I just don't look. I knew I won't enjoy them, so I just didn't bother. Prince of Tennis, never watched. Like I said, no sports anime for me. Not to say, Prince of Tennis is more like killer tennis. Like they're literally killing each other with tennis at the end. It's not for me. Isekai Shokudo. Oh yeah, what's that one? When you're talking about Isekai, I've pretty much watched all of them. Mushoku Tensei, I finished the original light novel, so the one that was on the web, and then I haven't finished the actual light novel book, and I watched the anime. The original ending was too realistic. should I say. It was a bit depressing, not gonna lie. Darker Than Black, of course. Gundam Build Fighters. Isn't that the one when they were using the Gunpla and like literally fighting with it? It was kind of hilarious, not gonna lie. Saint Seiya! Never watched it actually. I know it. Never watched it. What's the anime that you compare to Kill la Kill? You mean Gurren Lagann? Gurren Lagann is like the... Isn't that made by like the same group of people? Like Kill la Kill and Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Yes, I'm sorry I can only refer them as English names because I've never really been in a English anime community, so I don't know the translations at all. I watch some shows on what's that called? Crunchyroll now, so I know some of it, but not all of them. Studio Trigger, yes. Never watched BNA. I was gonna watch it eventually. I was waiting for it to finish airing, and then apparently it wasn't that well, so I just didn't watch it. Card Captor Sakura was childhood. You don't even know what you say in Mandarin. Nah, I only know like a handful of them as well. Like when I can see what you're saying and I know the English translation, that means I know them other than that. Because those are just... I watched Premiere, and the only thing I remember from Premiere is I love the music. You know that song? What was it? I think it's called Kakse. That song was really good. Everything else, don't remember. I watched it. I don't remember anything else. Card Captor Sakura was really my childhood. Like 100%. I was watching it with probably like everything else. Steve, I don't know what you're saying there. That one I don't know. Premiere OST, yes, it's super good. ReZero, of course. ReZero's second season was like the most exciting anime of that season. That was so good. Did anyone watch 86? I started it and I quit at chapter 2. Episode 2. Excuse me. Like I was so excited for 86 because of Sawano music. And then I watched till like episode 2, like about midway through episode 2. I was like, too cringy, I give up. Read Tokyo Revengers? I've actually never read Tokyo Revengers nor watched it. For some reason, I just never got into it. I don't know why. Probably just that the front art didn't attract me as well. I don't know. Like I actually I judge a book by its cover sometimes. And that's probably one of the reasons I just didn't get into Tokyo Revengers. I know it's wrong, I just do sometimes. Shuka Ichiban. So that is like Shuka Ichiban is like a childhood memory as well, I would say. It's like this cooking show. Have you guys all seen it? It had a reboot like in the recent years. It was quite meh. The reboot. The original one was really classic in my childhood art, but I just didn't got into it the second time. You read 86 a long time ago. It was pretty decent. I've heard like 80s, like the entire first season of 86 is like the first chapter of the novel, like the first book. Princess Principal. I might have seen it, but it was probably a bit too generic for me to remember it. Ayashi no Sere, another childhood memory. I think I know it, but I'm not sure. Bucky, I've never watched. I know it. I've never watched it. Steve, you mentioned 2 more names that I don't know of. Princess Principal. I know Bucky, yes. I've never watched it. Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't remember the name Princess Principal. I probably watched it. I just don't know the English translation. Fairy Tail. Watched it till the you know how they spoiler alert, even though the entire manga and the entire show is finished. But I watched Fairy Tail when they came back from like the time freezing magic, and then there was like this competition between like all the magic guilds or something. And then I saw Natsu beat down like the 2 dragon slayer magic thing. And that's when like the anime ended, right? And I never continued watching, even though it restarted later on. I just never went on. The Gray Man I watched. It was pretty, I don't know. The Gray Man was fine. It's not like too awesome for me. Now coming, like back then I was really into it. But now coming, like looking at it again, meh. This was steampunk themed, if that helps. Steampunk thing. All I can think of steampunk thing is like Sakura Wars. Beastars, of course. Manga was awesome. The animation on Beastars was like next level. I still remember that really well. And the voice acting and the whole like OST of Beastars, like every aspect of it was perfect. Beastars, must watch. All right, does East has a anime? I don't know. I've only played the game. I'm sorry. I know it's wait. What was the company that made East? It's called Falcon something. Race Master before Fairy Tail. Don't remember. Rave probably watched it, I think. What are you talking about, Super? Who? Tell me who hasn't watched Dragon Ball. Falcom, yes, Falcom. Falcom's really good. I love pretty much most of the games. The Kiseki series is still one of my favorite. I actually played. I didn't actually play Kara no. Wait, Sora no Kiseki. I didn't start playing that. I actually played the one after that. So it's like Ao no Kiseki was the first one I played on PSP, and I got like addicted to the entire series. I went on playing, and then I went back to Sora no Kiseki, and that was like a long time ago. I still play it now, even though I haven't finished it. Panty and stocking with Garter Belt. I know it, haven't watched it. Yeah, I'm a huge JRPG guy as well, by the way. Just saying. Yes, Ao no Kiseki, written as that Ao. That is correct. The same Ao as Yuki Aoi-san? I think that's her name. The only reason I got into the whole voice actor thing was because of FGO, sadly. Like, FGO got me started into a lot of things. Play Persona 5S for you? I've got it! Haven't played it yet for some reason. Code Geass. I prefer the first season, not as much the second season. Shokugeki no Soma turned out lame. Chainsaw Man, I read the entire manga. It was surprisingly well. I've never heard of it before it even finished. And then I got to read the whole thing, and Chainsaw Man, god dang. It's good. Steve. Yeah, I like everyone else when Edina's father came back. I just felt like the whole show just became lame, and I just left. Anohana. Anohana was that show where everyone cried, but it didn't even make me like. It didn't even make my eyes wet for the tiniest bit, because Anohana. When I watched Anohana, it was pretty much when it was after when I've already watched Planet After Story, right? And Planet After Story just brought the line so high that there was rarely any show that could make me cry ever since. Barely. And my problem with Anohana was that it was too predictable. And so predictable that I couldn't even cry, because I was laughing so hard. I was like, I told you like 5 episodes ago this was gonna happen. Couldn't cry, sadly. Overlord, yes, pretty good. Overlord was... I'm actually still waiting for Overlord because I really like the concept. Like the whole MMO going to another world thing. The other MMO going to another world, what was that? It was like, you know, the one where like the guy wears this glasses and he's like always like really black or something. What was that anime? That one I didn't like as much anymore. I used to like it, not anymore. What was that one called? The one where they got teleported into the other game at like it's another game. Like they got teleported into the game world, but like it looked like the original Japan. And it was like half the size or something like that. I remember some of the settings. Tree something. I don't remember. But yeah, that one I didn't like as much anymore. Angel Beats. Already talked about that. Definitely watched it. Did Angel Beats make me cry? I think it did. I think Angel Beats made me cry like twice. And Steve, the one that you're talking about, I don't remember. But that reminds me of Tsubasa Chronicles. That was one of the classics as well. Gundam, I've only watched Double O and Seed, I'm pretty sure. Gundam, actually, I think I've watched more Gundam, but that was like when I was too young and I don't remember anything about it. Kaguya-sama, obviously, watched it. Tensai Touch. Yeah, obviously watched that. Kaguya-sama is really good. Actually, I was talking about it in actually no, I don't want to talk about it because I might get demonetized. Okay, let's not talk about it. It was a Discord thing, so I'll probably talk about it in Discord later on. The one I was, yeah, I know it, but I don't remember the name, sadly. Blood Lad, that was like the anime. Oh yes, Log Horizon. Yes. Blood Lad, I think it's the guy that was like the vampire. Yeah, I watched that as well. That was decent. It was quite entertaining. Jurarara was good, of course. Tensura, yes. Who hasn't watched Tensura? Actually, there's another. There is a third Tensura game coming from Japan. Like there's already one with like. No, there's actually two. One made from Japan and one made from China, and I've played both of them. And now there's a third one coming. I'm still waiting for that. Danganronpa, I actually played the game more. I just hate the guy who wrote the story. But yeah, gosh, man. Obviously I'll be a huge anime. Well, not huge, but like I would be quite the anime nerd if I'm playing waifu games. What else was there? Oh, this season, Vivi. Have you guys seen Vivi? Vivi is like, you know, the whole origin. Like, usually when it comes to anime, like original story always plans like doesn't really end that well, to say the least. Vivi was really good. Arifureta I didn't like, sadly. Your Lie in April? Oh. Super, are you just like listing animes that made me cry? That one was harsh. What Vivi? So Vivy. That one was pretty good. It's like a time travel, AI killing human, a lot of stuff all combined into one. It's really good. I didn't put that in. Yeah. Also, I didn't like the one, the shield hero. I didn't like the animation as much. If we're talking about isekais, I didn't feel the anime was subpar, but light novel. Yes, I read the light novel. To be honest, I'm more of a light novel guy than actual animes nowadays. Majo no Tabi Tabi. I watched that as well. That Majo no Tabi Tabi was actually one of the more interesting ones, I would say. Like I waited for the whole thing to came out. I didn't catch it like airing as it came out. But the moment it came, like it fully released, I watched the entire thing in one streak, in one sitting, and it was satisfying. Your friend cried and then talked about it a whole week after watching Your Lie in April. Like those kind of animes hits different. High School DxD, that hits different in another way, if you know what I mean. Ellen gained light novels are, yeah. I am more of a, you know, reading text and having like it's more of like an imagination kind of thing. Because I moved to Australia when I was really young, and I got into the habit of reading because back in like 2000 and like early 2000s, there wasn't much in terms of gaming that I could actually brought with me. So I was just into reading, and so yeah, the habit of reading just kept like stayed with me. Have you read ReZero If Stories? I think I've read like 2 or 3 of them, not all of them. Nanbaka? I don't know. Steve, I think I know that one, but I'm not really sure. High School of the Death? Isn't that the one where the author is just gone? And so there's like no, like nothing more? Shield Hero I've already talked about. Blue Exorcist, I don't remember too much about. I only remember like the main protagonist is like the son of devil or something. Gintama. How can you speak about Gintama and expect me not have watched it? Like, Gintama is the anime. I think I can say. I think it's fair to say. It's actually, I actually really miss Gintama. That was really good. Family Tutor? I don't know. Oh, Katekyoshi Hitman Reborn. We've already talked about that. Steve, you're too late. We talked about it like half an hour ago. Have we been talking about anime for like the past hour? I think we have. And we're just listing animes, man. Jesus Christ. We're just listing animes after animes. And my sanity potions are running out, I think. 423. Oh, so much grinding, and we're just chatting. Oh, my nose. Kakegurui. I never got into Kakegurui for some reason. Like, I know everyone was really hyped about it back then, but I was like, I watched one episode and I was like, this is not for me, and I just left it for some reason. I don't know why. Like, it even had a second season, right? And like the whole Western anime fan base was like all about it. I just never got into it. I don't know. You need stuff to read. Same. I've actually been buying like 1 or 2 new light novels that I saw was on sale on Bookwalker. # not sponsored. That was pretty good. Kaiji. No. Never watched that. No Game, No Life. I wish we have a season 2. Egan? Oh, I remember you. Akagi. What is Akagi? There's so many Akagi. Akagi Kankore? Akagi what? I don't know. What's my opinion on Black Bullet? Black Bullet, isn't that like the infected people thingy? Yes, I remember that one. That was... There are some words I am not allowed to say if I want to keep this stream monetized, but that was a pretty good anime, and I liked it. And do not call me whatever you want to call me because I like Black Bullet, because that might get me demonetized. Thank you. Devil is a part-timer. I'm actually up to date with the light novel on that. I really like that series. Like, back when it first came out, like the whole anime thing, stereotype isn't even a thing. And I already like Devil is a part-timer. I like the concept. 4 a.m. is time to sleep, by the way. Oh. So much grind today. Can't even buy the yellow ticket next season. You're hoping to get the light novel for Black Bullet because it's more depressing. Black Bullet is quite worth it, I would say. Success. I am not going to say the full name because I feel like that sounds a bit dangerous, Steve. That sounds a bit dangerous, and I'm not going to put that word in my mouth. World Trigger is pretty good. I think I like the manga a bit more with World Trigger, but I never got too deep into it. I remember I liking the initial part of it, but it got boring really quickly. Is what I remember of it. Cells at work is something you see and you'd be like, oh, I better live a more healthy life. It's one of those animes. So it's quite beneficial. I'll give it that. Nichijo, I think we've already talked about. Oh, wait. Yes, we've already talked about that. That definitely watched. I love the songs. I'll give it that. But that's pretty much all I remember from it. Like, I remember the characters, roughly. But anything too deep, I don't remember too much about. And obviously, the 2 openings are pretty great. Recreators. The only thing I really truly love about Recreators was because it had Sawano for the music. The actual, like, the concept is good, the music is good, the actual story played out meh. Egan, when you're saying about Demon Slayer, you know I can't say anything bad about it. Right? Actually, the ending might be debatable. The ending might be debatable, but I still loved it. Demon Slayers. Also, it didn't really drag on. Like, you know how like a lot of manga has this problem? It's like because they got too popular and they're just not allowed to end it. Demon Slayer just actually kept on. So I really like that about Demon Slayers. Nagatoro, I don't know about. By the way, I'm feeling really scared. You know how like Steve up there just said a name? And I almost read out the entire title, but I think YouTube is already onto it. And I think 100% this archive is not going to get monetized. So please, guys, one of you, do me a favor and join my YouTube membership. Because there's no way I'm making a single cent on this stream at this point. Anyone. For the sake of God. I need that one membership to fill that gap. Because I'm screwed. Boruto, I don't like. I don't like Boruto, actually. Because Naruto, I actually watched some of it. But Boruto ended up being like... Some of the fight scenes were good. I'll give that to it. But nothing else. Thank you, Super. Thank you. You helped save this stream, pretty much. Welcome, my third member. Oregairu, Tokyo Ghoul, I didn't finish. But Oregairu, I didn't finish as well. I didn't watch the final season because I didn't want it to end. Like, wait, what was the full name? It was like Oreno. It was like Seishun Dabukome or something. Oregairu. That one was really, really good. I didn't want it to end at all. I never finished it. Wonder Egg Priority. Ah, that's the one where they go into like this imaginary world, and then if you do something, they can bring a friend back to life, kind of a thing, right? I remember that. Didn't finish it. Didn't finish it. I don't know. I just felt like everyone was praising it. Everyone was praising it. It just wasn't for me. How can I put it? And I know there's a lot of animes that everyone else likes. But like... I don't... Like, I just see it. And I'd be like, Yeah, it's got the concept down. But there's some part of it that I just don't know why I don't like. And I just never go on with it. I'm getting really picky. But when it comes to like isekai, I just watch them all. And you know, some of those more shinshi tekina anime I do like. If you don't know what that means, do not Google search it because you probably won't even know. Naruto. My biggest problem with Naruto is all the fillers. I hate the fillers. Okay? Whenever I see fillers, I hate it. Fillers is like because I watched it when it was airing, right? And if you remember Naruto Shippuden, like towards the end, there was like years of just pure fillers. And I was like, bruh, why would you want to give me so many fillers? I would rather you do a Gintama and just stop airing and then come back later. I would have liked Naruto a lot more, for sure. But it's just it just ruined my childhood, to be honest. It ruined my childhood. I think that's pretty much all the substantial animes that we've talked about. I mean, you guys are just listing animes after animes after animes. I don't remember everything. Like, I think that's pretty much everything we've already talked about. Until late 27, that's when the last battle happened, and then extension. Yeah. That was like the worst part. Oh, Attack on Titan. Have you guys seen the ending of Attack on Titan? Like, I don't mean the anime. I mean the manga. Some people hate it. I think it's lame. Like, I don't hate it because probably I didn't love it that much at the start. But it's just like, how should I put it? It's a lame end. And I wish he could have thought of something better. I think there was this news somewhere. I'm not sure if it's real, but like the author of Attack on Titan was attacked by 2 females on the street. And like the guy who called police didn't realize it was the author of Attack on Titan. And it was only after he called the police, he realized. And then he was on like the interview, right? And then he was like, I regret calling the police. If I knew it was this guy, I wouldn't have called the police and I would have joined them and punched him. That's how bad people hate Attack on Titan ending. And I don't blame them. It was lame. And even though I didn't really join the hype of like, oh my god, the most epic anime of our generation, it wasn't that good for me. But I could totally understand why they felt so disappointed by the ending. It wasn't okay. Hot take, excuse me, but years of reading makes me, how should I say? Makes me allergic to these kind of really poor endings. Because what it feels like to me is like he wanted to make it big. He wanted to make the scale so big, but he didn't know how to end it, so he gave it a really lame end. If you know what I mean. Dragon Quest? Isn't Dragon Quest a game? Dragon Quest is a game, Super? Is there an anime? Sword Art Online. Okay. Here's another hot take. I actually like Sword Art Online. The first part. Okay, so you know how the first season has like 24 episodes? and it's like separated into two parts. Like one was actual Sword Art Online, and then there was like the second part was like Elfheim Online or something. I don't remember. The actual Sword Art Online part, I like, because that is like that concept drew me into the anime itself, because to me, I was a huge MMO guy back then, and I saw the concept of Sword Art Online and I was like, oh my god, that sounds awesome. And I really love that part, by the way. But we all know how it ended up being after that, but you know, that's that. Dragon Quest I never heard of it, sadly. Shaman King, it's having a reboot, isn't it? Childhood. Also, that Shaman King opening, it's like called Northern Light, the old one, the old opening that they had when like before it rebooted. Northern Light is still one of my favorite songs till this date. No regrets. Fire Force? You mean the one that's fighting fire with fire? Yeah, that one was... That one was pretty good. I actually read ahead in manga. The thing I didn't like about it is that it went into the predictable zone, where I could literally predict what is going on. That's the moment I decided this is not for me anymore. But yeah, the story was actually really well written. So even though the entire concept was really, you know, not there, I ended up liking it for quite a bit. But obviously, eventually, it just died down to me. It just died down for me. I think I'm about out on my sanity. Am I out? 420. I started off with 408, right? 408, 18. It's not that much. Bleach. The only thing I remember about Bleach is it was cool. It was really cool. Like it just perked at the point where like most boys, should I say, like most guys would be like, oh my god, that is cool. And that's it. I'm not like any pro anime, you know, analyst or something like that, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. But at a certain point, I didn't even enjoy the story at all, probably because they had too much fillers in it. But yeah, Bleach was one of those animes that was just like, it's so cool that when I was a kid, everyone loved it. That's about it. Not even a hot take, because everyone knows Bleach is cool. Right? Wait, right? I think people think Bleach is cool, right? This wasn't supposed to be an anime show, by the way, like anime stream. How did it become this? One Piece. One Piece. Oh, I'm not even up to date with One Piece, man. I think I stopped before the Big Mom arc, so the whole Cake Island thing. I stopped before then. So I was on the huge I watched till the whole huge elephant part, and apparently they're like 20 arcs ahead. Digimon Digimon was way cooler than Pokemon when I was growing up, and now people are like, oh, Digimon is nothing. Sorry, for me, Digimon with the whole like different style of animals, especially like all those mechanical style like monsters, Digimon was the coolest one. Like the cooler one of both. but I actually played both of them. I actually had the I had. Do you guys? You guys probably don't know about this, but like you actually had like a Digimon like little pocket gaming machine thing, and you could just raise your own Pokemon. I played that. I mean Digimon. Raise your own Digimon, not Pokemon. Sorry. I played that, and I also had Pokemon Yellow, so I was a bit of both, to be honest. Black Clover, I hate it. No Black Clover. When that guy, that protagonist, is like shouting 24/7, no. No, 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 no. No matter how good people say, oh, the later like story became blah 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 blah. I don't care. That guy is annoying, and I hate it. You can hate on me for whatever because you love the anime, whatever. But you have to respect me when I say that I don't want to damage my ear. My hearing is actually very good. Like, I am super sensitive to the tiniest bit of sounds. And when I'm watching an anime with my headset on, and there's like this this guy shouting like half the episode, like 12 minutes every episode, no, I won't take it. Like, I'm so sensitive to sound. Even when I'm streaming right now, I can hear my PC whining next to me. Even though it's not doing much, it's like I can hear the slightest of fan noise coming from it. That is how sensitive my ear is, and I would not take that kind of shouting next to my ear 24/7. It's not good. Prison School. I think I watched it, but I didn't really finish it. You could never vibe with Black Clover. It just seems like fairy tale but better. Fairy tale but better. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. Like, apparently the story was really good. Kingdom. Kingdom? I don't know. I don't know the name even, actually. Huh. So there are some animes that there's quite a lot of animes I don't know about, eh? But yeah, haven't really been watching animes for as much recently. Like I said, I only watched Vivi this season. Like, life is just getting in the way of me watching more anime. Like, if I had like just plenty of time hanging around, I could probably watch more anime and just, you know, make them a topic even in streams, but just not the time. Evangelion? Of course, man. What are you talking about? Every weeb should watch Ape ever. The manga is so good, but anime was 3D. Oh no, that's a bad sign. Whenever you talk about the anime having 3D like that, that's a bad sign. I can tell. I would say though, even though there's a lot of shows coming out every year, and I still enjoy some of them, I just find it hard to like actually put myself on a seat and just binge watch anime like I could before. It's probably an age thing, or probably I've just watched way too many animes. But I don't know. Can you actually watch too many animes? Steve, thanks for the coffee, man. Oh my god, today is a huge breakthrough. I actually got 2 members. That's double what I had. Thanks, guys. 一人の下。一人の下? Wait. What is 一人の下? Apologize for what you did. To be honest, Steve, I'm not. I was never mad at you. To be fair, okay. To be very honest with you, I was never mad at you because I know like I know your point of jerk and I can accept it. So I think that's not really a problem. It's just that, you know, it actually makes a bit of difference to me because it's like YouTube is like my pocket money. I get like $100 Australian dollar like once every half a year. And so, you know, half a year to 7 months is a huge difference, man. A5 Wagyu member? Probably don't. Like, I know your problem. I know you. Like, we talked a lot, right? And I don't think that it's a good idea for you to do that. Financially speaking. Like, the whole A5 Wagyu tier of member is just there for a meme, to be honest. Because that's probably like the most expensive food I've ever... No. Actually, no. I've never had A5 Wagyu. I've only had Australian Wagyu, and those are like, relatively speaking, cheap. Like, they're not super cheap. But they're like, you know... They're relatively speaking cheap. Like, they're like a meal going outside, except I can cook myself. So that's that. A5 Wagyu is just something I want to try personally, and I've never had. If someone dislike an anime or manga, you have no issues with it since it's up to them whether they like or dislike something. That's me as well, because I think of it just like Arknights operators. Let's bring the topic back to Arknights a little bit. So you know how like I was talking about the whole Shijupu mountain thing, and I was like I don't agree with Dreamy. I never said that she's wrong, because everyone has their own way of playing Arknights, right? And I will never say that I'm the right one. I would just say that my way of playing worked out for me. Because there's always huge brain players out there with like, I don't even know how they're playing Arknights so differently to me. And am I gonna judge them? Of course not, because they sink more time in. They sink more. What did Dreamy say about Mountain? I didn't really watch her video, but according to someone else from my Discord, they're like, people should pull for Mountain and skip Arkedo. While me, personally, I was like, if you have Thorns and Blaze, you can probably skip out on Mountain, because his role is not like irreplaceable, right? So my whole point was, if you have Thorns and Blaze, which is like the standing on the field kind of operator, Mountain plays a similar role to them. And if you're free to play, or if you like buy the monthly card sometimes, I think because we have so many limited banners coming our way, and we just finished the chapter 8 limited banner, I felt it was the better way for I felt it was better for them to save up those pools for the future banners. That was my point, right? I was like, you don't have to pull Mountain when you have Thorns and Blaze, and save up those. And I was kind of right, because they changed the banner order, and maybe they're gonna put Dusk in the next banner. So think about it. We just had a limited banner with Mudrock and Rosmontis, right? CC, Mountain, and then we're getting another limited banner next. That is a lot of limited banner in a really short period of amount of time. So I stand by my opinion of like recommending people to save. Of course, if you don't have Thorns and Blaze, I would recommend you getting Mountain, because usually you're looking to like defend 2 lanes no matter what. And having 2 of these like standing on the field kind of operators makes your life a lot more easier. That's why I'm definitely recommending having 2 of them. Some people say Mudrock does the job as well, but the different thing about Mudrock is that her cost is so high. So it's pretty much the direct, like, polar opposite of Mountain. Mountain is so cheap in terms of DP. Well, Mudrock is like super expensive. So that's why I didn't mention Mudrock. Except I only mentioned Thorns and Blaze. Because they are like just about there if you have the Myrtle and Elysium plus Bagpipe combo, then Thorns and Blaze will work perfectly fine. You're free to play and still pulled from Mountain with Blaze and Thorns. It's fine. Like I'm just giving a recommendation. You don't have to play it my way. Like, isn't that that's my intention of making this channel in the first place? Because I'm not trying to like pretend to be humble or something like that. Nothing like that. I just knew ever since the start that I'm not the best Arknights player. Yes, I can make it through some stages easier than others. That's because I play really steadily, right? If you look at my main team, I still bring double defenders. Some CM players already ditch defenders. Like, they only bring Saria for the attack buff. They don't even bring other defenders. While me, look at me, Hoshi, Saria, and then I put Blaze and Thorns behind them. It's like the most steady way to play. And that's just my playstyle. And it gets me through some stages easier than the others. And that is how I'm recommending people. Like, other ways to play. Mudrock is the most expensive unit in the game? I think so. Who's my favorite Arknights rifle? Oh yeah, I saw your question. I'm sorry. A bit too late to answer that. My favorite is actually Exia. Hasn't really changed ever since the start. I've always really liked Exia. I kind of wanted to say Aya Fiddler, but it's pretty much a tie between them, but mainly Exia. And that's why I'm super excited to see Exia back into like the highest risk clears. She's super good. You're free to play and have none of them, so you rolled because you're okay with literally anyone. And you got Skyfire. F for Felix? Skyfire. Skyfire is one of the hardest units to talk about. And if you look at my Skyfire, I think you can tell my opinion towards Skyfire. Right? And I wouldn't say too much, because I remember back in the day, I keep saying like there is no bad operator. And I don't want to make myself like too too much of a asshole for saying anything about her. But yeah, it is what it is. You might consider rerolling. Or if you want me, you can add me. If you wish to, you can add me as friend, and you can just borrow my operators. I'm always open. I still have 2 more friend slots, and I'll always bring out like actually, you might have to join my Discord to ask for support units, but I can always switch out support units when people need them. Like, these are the operators that I find really useful as long as you have your own DPS characters, which most people tend to do now. Like, as long as you have either Surtur or Aya Fiddler or anything along those lines, these like DPS operators, these 3 will do really well. Gotta go. Yeah, thanks for coming stream. Thanks for coming to the stream, Super. Really nice to have you here. And yeah, thanks for that member. Really awesome of you. Have a great night, man. Before you mess up your day and night cycle. You actually got really lucky with Mountain Banner because you got him and Angelina in the same 10 pool. Pretty much worth it. That's really good. Also, if anyone else wants to add me as friend, you can just search my name. It's just Inaba. and it's just 7297. And then you can just I'll just accept you. And if you need any operators, you have to join my Discord, but I can feel free to ask me to switch out my support operators. I can do that anytime. Yeah, really great. I got 2 members this time around. It's awesome. Like, the only 4 members I have are all really familiar faces. Like, I've known them for quite a while now, right? Shinny, Shiro, Super, and Steve. It's good to have friends, man. You got mounted in 20 pools. You guys are so lucky. It took me 50, man. 50 pools. It's not bad though, to be fair, because I got 2 6 stars in 50 pools. That's like 4% chance. So I'm not gonna complain. And extra max potential. Oh gosh. No regrets. I like extra. It's just that I don't really need the max potential, because that's, you know what happens when you get a max potential? Whenever you get them ever again off banner, all you get is gold certificates. And for people like me, most likely we don't need more gold certificates. So that's my main issue with that, but I can deal with it, right? How many max potentials do I even have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my AFL is max potential. Holy crap. 5, 6, 7. Siege is 7th. I don't know why my arc is max potential though. How is my arc max potential? It's not right. But yeah, I only have 7 max potentials, so even if I get off banner, there's a not that high of a chance to get only gold certificates. Hopefully. Dear God, please. No more gold certificates. No more duplicates of these ones I already have max potential to. Because that's just kind of a waste. M3 him for you, please. You mean mountain? Oh, you mean arc? Oh, is my arc even M3? He is. I did M3 him for potential future toying around. Because maybe. Oh, wait. Yes, I have that and Warfarin, M3. And then I also... do I have Sora? I think I have Sora M3 as well. Where's my Sora? Yeah, Sora M3 as well. This is like pretty much the full attack buff you can give. Then there's the extra damage buff. You thought I literally don't want to use him? I don't like him. But I got him. And what does his potential even do? What the hell does arc potential even do? Second talent. Increase healing effect on this unit by 25%. Useless. For those of you guys who don't understand my relationship, my hate towards arc, you can go back and check out my Nian video. My Nian pooling video. You will see. Just the one operator I don't want to see. And then he came out like off banner as well. That's why he's max potential. Not worth it. Alrighty. I think that's about it for today, guys. I think I have no more sanity to grind. So that's about it. Thank you guys for coming, man. It's really nice to have you guys here. Lot of chatting. I need to get hydrated again as well. And then later on today, I'm gonna, check out some job hunting sites, see if I can find a job, and then probably play some Yakuza 7. Because I'm really having fun with that game. So I'll see you guys maybe in the next video. I still have... Oh, I probably want to talk about the pause deploy unit thing So pausing time and deploy unit. I will have a video coming for that, probably tomorrow or the day after. So I'll see you guys then. See ya. Have a nice day. Oh, by the way, if you haven't joined my membership or haven't subbed or haven't given this stream a thumbs up, please do so. Really appreciate it, especially members. I got 2 members today. Really thankful. Awesome of you guys. I'll see you guys. Bye.